So if you want to talk about housing, you have to talk about the family unit. So let's go get some bonnet and we'll talk about it. So we're here on the Chowti Vente Street getting bonnet, and this is a typical Vietnamese restaurant. So we have the restaurant here. You have them cooking out in the front, and in the back you can see their motorcycles are parked back there, and you can see a little bit of a living room as well. And then if you go up the stairs, it's gonna be the rest of their house. Actually, let's take a peek outside and see what it looks like. So this is the Chowti Vente Street. This is a very, very busy street on the Songcha side. It's not that busy right now because it's kind of like, you know, in the middle of the day on a weekday. But this is their house. This is where they live. So the very concept of what a house means in Vietnam is very different than what you might think out in the West. Now, I don't know for sure, but most likely these guys didn't buy this house. It was just passed on from generation to generation. This place is a business storefront for them as well as a home. So you're getting a 2-in-1. Now, I'm not an expert at this. I'm trying to like eyeball the square footage. And I know we're on a really busy street. This is a really, really popular street for food and for bars and cafes. But if I were to guess, I would say that this house was worth $700,000 to $800,000. Again, I could be completely off, but I'm very confident in saying that it's between 500 and 1.2 million. I'm just guessing that it's $700,000 or $800,000. Coming here. So this is a plate of bonnet. This is a really, really hot skillet. A lot of times when I order bonnet in Da Nang, there's like this weird plastic coating over the skillet that kind of like peels off into the eggs. This is a proper cast iron skillet. So I got a double portion of this meat, and the total comes out to about $1.50. And you have to kind of think, if a restaurant is selling beef and eggs for $1.50, how can they rationalize having an $800,000 property as a storefront to the place? How can they even make any money? I forgot to mention, it comes with this banh mi as well. Use this to dip all that good sauce. Oh, so good. Yep, bonnet always hits. Coming in. That was great. So that's kind of the thing, right? If they own the place, then they're not paying any rent, so they don't really have any money going out. So as long as they can own a house, you can always eat. And you're gonna pass it down to your kids and their grandkids, and you'll be able to survive and at least eat for generations because you have a storefront. Because of that, real estate is a lot more valued in this community than, let's say, the West, just because it's so much more than just a place to live. Speaking of not losing money on rent, you're also not losing money on property taxes as well. This is not a huge thing that I didn't know about Vietnam, but property taxes are pretty much zero. They're basically just like administrative fees. Now, I might not get these numbers exactly because they might have changed over the last couple of years, but bear with me while I try to paint this picture for you guys. Property taxes in California are about 1% of the value of the house. So let's say you have a house that's worth $300,000, which is a very, very cheap house in California, then your property taxes are about $3,000 a year. If it's $1 million house, your property taxes are $10,000 a year. In Vietnam, first of all, the property tax is only on the value of the lot, not on the house. So let's say you have a house that's worth $300,000, which ours is going to be about, but the land lot is worth about $100,000. You're only taxed on the property of the $100,000. So if you have a $100,000 lot and you build like a $10 million super tall skyscraper on it for some reason, your property tax is only still based off of that lot value. Now going to the rate of property tax here is 0.03%. 1% in California, 0.03% here in Vietnam. So let's go back to that example of a $300,000 house in California. You're paying $3,000 of property taxes. Now that same house, let's say it's $300,000, the lot value is $100,000. You're paying 0.03%. There's an extra decimal there on the $100,000, and you're paying like, what's the math? $30 in property taxes. So you have $3,000 versus $30 in property taxes. It's another reason that people want to hold land here is that you don't really lose any money off of holding land. In Vietnam, if you have the land, that is, almost as good as gold. Like the value of the land just holds. Now the third thing is the biggest thing in my opinion, and that is the fact that Vietnam does not have a stock market. So if you're in the US, you probably have a 401k, a Roth, some bonds, and some diversified portfolio of your assets. Most likely, you're not just hoarding cash in a duffel bag or under your mattress or in your refrigerator. You guys get the reference. immigrant families will understand what I'm talking about. But in Vietnam and in a lot of Asian cultures, it's not the culture to invest your money into a stock market or in diversified assets. You just want to hold onto your cash. Most likely, you don't have your entire net worth all in one bank account right now. It's spread out across assets. In the US, a 401k investing in the S&P 500 is considered as good as cash. I know it has ups and downs, but it's considered a very safe investment and something that pretty much everyone is recommended to do. On top of that, the US dollar is a world reserve currency, so it's safe to hold US dollars. I know if you're born and raised in the United States and you've lived there your entire life, or even in like Europe where you use the euro, it's such a crazy concept to think that your currency gets devalued or it goes down. For the most part, if you're holding the cash of your country, you feel pretty safe. Now imagine if you live in a country where people don't feel safe holding cash, the VND. There's no stock market and there's no S&P 500 that they can invest in. People here do hold their money in gold, but you don't want to hide that stuff in your house. And a lot of people here don't even trust banks with large sums of money. So you basically have nowhere else to put your money except in real estate. So real estate here in Vietnam is seen so much more as a store of value than in the West. Just think about like everybody in the country and all the money that everyone has. There's some money in real estate. There's a lot of money in stocks. There's money in pensions. There's money in bonds. But in Vietnam, pretty much all of that money goes all into real estate. So you can kind of understand why the prices here are so much higher. It's seen as the only safe place to put your money. And for most people, they will put all of their money, 99% of their net worth, into their house. And for people with a lot of money, they'll buy a second house and a third house and a fourth house and on and on and on and on. And now you can kind of understand why the market is as high as it is. I'm in the Euro Village neighborhood right now in Da Nang, Vietnam. And I'm surrounded by houses that are worth tens of millions of dollars. Now this sounds crazy because the minimum wage in Da Nang is very, very low. The average salary in Da Nang, or the median salary in Da Nang, I think it's like $300. It's gone up quite a bit in the last 5 years, but it's still relatively low. So we just bought a plot of land by the beach for about $150,000, and we're building a house right now. And all in costs, I think the house is going to be worth around $250,000 to $300,000 after it's done. And we made a video about it, and of course, a bunch of the comments were like, oh my gosh, why is it so expensive? It's overpriced. It's a huge bubble. We think that housing prices are already expensive in the US, but as a ratio of income, it's actually significantly higher here in Vietnam. I know everyone likes to push the narrative that foreigners are coming in and pushing all the values of properties up, but you can't even buy land in Vietnam if you're not a citizen, so that doesn't make sense. But there's actually a lot of reasons, not only market reasons, but cultural reasons and policy reasons that are driving the prices up, and a lot of it actually does make sense. Now, you wanna go home? It's too hot. Let's go home. You want to walk more or you want to go home? Okay, now go home. Go inside. It's hot. Go inside. Go inside. Hi, Mew Mew. It's hot outside. Ooh, special package. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Kim is a very sentimental person, so she likes to preserve what I would call trash.
It's not trash.
Used goods.
It's our wedding flowers.
And stick them in formaldehyde. Is that what it is? Wedding flowers? Bouquet?
It's the wedding bouquet.
Okay. How much does this cost?
This one is $100.
$100?
Yeah.
2.5 million dong?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Waiting for food. Waiting for food. Huh? I hope that's just the back of it.
Then why does it look so dead? That
Yeah. I might have to get a refund on that one.
does not look like our flowers.
Yep, that was a fail. So the best Korean barbecue in Da Nang is right here. Veteran. The problem with Veteran though is it's pretty small and there's always a wait. Like an hour-long wait, or you have to make a reservation way in advance. So these guys opened another location literally a block that way. Same name, same restaurant, huge building called Veteran. So we went to go check that one out, but they're full. They're completely full. They're not actually finished with the building yet. So only the first floor is open, and then like their other like 3 floors are still not done with construction. Luckily, the hostess there made a phone call for us, made us a last minute reservation here at this Veteran, the original Veteran. There we go. Who are you? Are you Doggy Zassy?
Mr. Brian. Oh, Doggy Zassy.
You're Mr. Brian?
Mr. Brian.
안녕하세요. Look at that. It feels like you're in Korea. Except they don't really greet you like that in Korea. That's like a Japanese thing. Alright, the table's already set. We like that. We got all of our side dishes. I mean, there's a lot of good Korean barbecue here in Da Nang. This was the best. Now, I don't mean the best value, because it's expensive. It's probably going to end up being like $25, $30 a person, depending how much we eat. Actually, it's probably going to be more. We're pretty hungry. But if you're just looking for like the premium quality meat, the best cuts, this is the place. There's kind of a problem in Da Nang right now. There's this like African swine flu going around, which isn't supposed to be a big deal because the farmers are supposed to like cull the infected pigs. But apparently, like last week, some news came out that some farmers were like still selling the infected pigs into the market. So the cops are cracking down on it, but some of that might already be in like the supply chain into the restaurants. It's probably like a 0.00001% chance, but we're just not gonna take that risk for like maybe a month or so. No pork for a month.
I don't know, man. That pork belly looks pretty good.
I don't know, you wanna risk it?
I risked it on Sunday.
0.00001 chance, man.
I was here on Sunday and I got a pork belly.
Alright, Ryan wants pork, so if we die, we die. We'll die happy. Oh man.
I ruin your romantic.
I appreciate the artistry, but it's three bros eating Korean barbecue. I don't think we need the heart. I don't want to mess with his artistry. Ask him if he has a girlfriend. Practice your
Call that guy. Call my guy.
Không có. Tại sao không có? Oh, Deb. Clap. Everybody clap. Applaud.
That guy.
I just got 3 plus 1. 3 bros and a 4th bro getting Korean barbecue with a heart on the grill. We got Wagyu brisket, course number 1. And here's everything else we're gonna eat. We got beef belly, we got kalbi, and we got, I think that was prime rib. I think that was prime rib. We got the first piece. We're gonna one-shot it. All right, no more filming. Let's eat. Well, somehow we finished it. Kim's gonna watch this vlog and be really jealous because she loves this place. Oh, we definitely overate. That was a fun week. Fun week. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Is this week you getting good blush? Are you referring to? Yeah.